Hello and welcome to another video on your most favorite channel, Jack's Top 10. Today we're going to be talking about King Mohammad Bin Salman's $1.5 trillion empire. We're going to take you inside his empire without leaving your comfort zone, so make sure you stay seated because this video is going to be amazing and it's going to make you daydream about getting wealthy overnight. Let's waste no more time and get inside the wealthiest royal family, King Salman's $1.5 trillion empire. According to scmp.com, Crown Prince Mohammed Bin Salman al-Saud, known as MBS, is the future king of Saudi Arabia. The 34-year-old heir will ascend to the throne after the death of his father, 83-year-old King Salman bin Aziz al-Saud. Prince Mohammed is known for his lavish spending. He has bought a $500 million yacht, a $300 million French chateau, and a $450 million Leonardo da Vinci painting. According to one estimate, the Saudi royal family, which has about 15,000 members, is worth up to $1.4 trillion. The royal family's empire includes Saudi Aramco, the massive state-owned oil company that just went public and is now valued at $1.9 trillion, making it the most valuable company in the world. Salman has become a controversial global political figure, particularly since the autumn of 2018, when he faced global outcry over the death of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, who the CIA later concluded was assassinated on the prince's orders. Salman is not yet king, but he essentially runs the country for his father, 83-year-old King Salman bin Aziz al-Saud, according to Bloomberg. Salman is known to be a workaholic who spends 18 hours of the day in his office, according to The Guardian. But he reportedly does not take criticism well. People who try to say things even gently and diplomatically faced consequences. One source from Saudi Arabia told The Guardian, "The total wealth of the Saudi royal family is unknown, but it could be worth as much as $1.4 trillion, according to House of Saud, an English-language Saudi royal family news resource. The royal wealth has been accumulated over decades of oil revenue-generated expansion. There are about 15,000 members of the Saudi royal family, but most of the vast fortune is distributed among 2,000 of them, according to CNBC. The British royal family, for comparison, is worth an estimated $88 billion. The Saudi royal family's empire includes Saudi Aramco, the state-owned oil giant that just went public and now has a valuation of $1.9 trillion. That makes it the most valuable company in the world, outstripping the market capitalizations of the biggest US giants, including Microsoft, Apple, and Google's parent, Alphabet. Saudi officials have been seeking a valuation of $2 trillion for the company, Bloomberg reported. Aramco announced revenue of $68 billion in the first 9 months of 2019, making it the most profitable company in the world. Salman and his father, King Salman, are often found in a network of marble-columned palaces and countryside retreats in Riyadh, according to the New York Times. Foreign dignitaries and politicians are often hosted at the Al-Yamama Palace. According to TheRiches.com, King Salman's $1.5 trillion empire is more significant than one can think. If there is a royal family that is even richer than the British royal family, it is this Saudi Arabian monarch. This wealthiest royal family is known to hold an empire with a value of about $1.5 trillion. The Saudi Arabian royal family might have a strength of about 15,000, but only 2,000 members own most of this wealth. These core members form the House of Saud. The riches started developing as part of its empire in 1700, and the founder of this House of Saud was King Abdulaziz bin Saud. While some may see them as controversial, given some headlines, the philanthropy displayed by the house is quite extensive. The primary source of income in the empire is oil production. The royal family controls the state-owned oil company called Saudi Aramco. They are the second largest reserve for crude oil and the largest producer of daily oil. This is how Saud's house came to be the wealthiest empire globally, even more affluent than the British royalty, which is worth about $88 billion. The ownership of this finest assets belongs to King Salman bin Aziz al-Saud, his heir and the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and his nephew, Prince Alwaleed bin Talal. The following is a peek into his humongous empire. The extravagant palaces of the King of Saudi Arabia. The royal family of Saudi Arabia tries to keep information about their assets private. However, King Salman is known to own at least 4 extravagant palatial estates. One of his palaces is the Murabba Palace, which has 32 rooms and about 7 courtyards. It's currently not a residential property, but a historic building, as the king resides in another exquisite palace. This second palace he owns is called the Al-Yamama Palace. The palace's architecture and area make it more stunning than the previous one. It has about 400 rooms. Riyadh's palace is also the royal headquarters, with rooms that have beautiful chandeliers and golden decorations, and is remarkable for their 8 marble floors. King Salman owns another lavish estate known as the Erga Palace. This palace is known for its stunning mosaic floors and unique carvings on its high ceilings and massive walls. The exclusive super yacht, chateau, and artwork of the Crown Prince. The Crown Prince is no less abundant than his father, the king. Prince Mohammad Bin Salman owns a $300 million chateau in France, which is comparable to the royal household of the king himself. It's been called one of the most expensive homes in the world. It's French style, but also very modern, with tennis and squash courts. The garden courtyard extends for about 50 acres of land. It has moats filled with fountains that can be made to look colorful with its lighting. It has deluxe jacuzzis and a large infinity pool. There are at least 10 bedrooms, and each one is vast, with about 50,000 square feet. The mansion's nightclub, sound system, and wine cellar provide one-of-a-kind experience to the prince's guests. The heir to the House of Saud's throne also owns a super yacht called Serene, which is considered one of the most expensive yachts worldwide. It costs about $500 million, and it can accommodate up to 24 guests and about 52 crew members. It has a jacuzzi so that the prince and his guests can have a relaxing time while on a cruise. Also, it has a helicopter hangar and 2 helipads so that the prince can fly anytime he needs to. The Crown Prince is also an art admirer. He's known to own the painting Salvator Mundi by Leonardo da Vinci. The prince bought this for an estimated $450 million in a secret auction. However, a thing like this couldn't stay concealed for too long. A plethora of exquisite properties of Prince Alwaleed bin Talal. Prince Alwaleed bin Talal might be the nephew of the King of Saudi Arabia, but his accumulated wealth is even more than the Crown Prince. The king's nephew is more interested in real estate and hotels than in owning palaces. He is known to hold the most expensive hotels worldwide, including the Four Seasons, Monaco's Monte Carlo Grand Hotel, a luxury hotel in Seychelles, and the Savoy Hotel in London. But wait, there's more. He also owns about 3 palatial properties in Saudi Arabia. One of these properties is the Kingdom Palace, which has a worth of about $130 million. There's a Kingdom Resort and a coveted private jet, the Boeing 747-400, in his collection as well. Besides owning jewelry that has both stunning and massive, he also owns bejeweled cars. King Salman is surely an extremely wealthy guy, and the guy has a lot of taste, but he owns a beautiful empire that is not only expensive, but extremely extravagant too. That was all from our side. We hope that you liked this video, and if you did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content on Jack's Top 10.